Hi, everybody. Hello. All right. Let's wait one more minute and then let's start up. Let's start. So today's topic, the webinar, is how to automate your pipeline with guided selling. My name is Jeffrey. I'll be hosting the webinar, and I'm an account executive with Pointerpro. So let's kick it off. What's the agenda for today? So we're going to talk about what is guided selling, when to implement it, why you should implement it, what kind of businesses use guided selling. Afterwards, we're going to look at some real-life examples that we found online. We're going to also look at a few screenshots on how to build it with Pointerpro, how to build a guided selling tool with Pointerpro with reporting. And afterwards, we're going to see some client examples that have created guided selling tools with Pointerpro. We will end the webinar with some questions and answers. So, what is guided selling? Guided selling is a sales technique or strategy that involves personalized recommendations and its assistance to customers throughout their buyer journey. The goal is that you will help the buyer or potential customer in finding the right product, service, or making the correct decision. For this, you can use various tools such as interactive questionnaires, recommendation reports, but also product pickers. When to implement guided selling? So in today's world, most potential customers or buyers, they like to look at autonomous on the web on the research they do for buying a product or a service. But there are different stages where you can implement guided selling throughout within your sales process. First of all, in the initial engagement. The initial engagement you have with your customers, where you can implement a guided selling tool, which is mostly used for if you have complex or customizable offerings in a SaaS environment. I'm talking about ERPs, I'm talking about CRM systems that you're selling, but also if you're working in a more in the e-commerce environment, then you can use guided selling tools for product discovery, which is more an automated way of leading the customer, asking some questions about their needs, and then leading them to the correct product. The last stage, the decision making, this is the stage where sales or you could provide some personalized recommendation, use your expert advice in helping the customer making the correct decision. Some businesses that use guided selling, mainly the e-commerce, which we already discussed with the product discovery phase, where you can utilize product pickers, interactive quizzes, or virtual try-ons to facilitate the product selection and the sale of the products. Within the SaaS environment, you can use it within the initial engagement, where you can use an interactive quiz with a report, but also at the later stage in the decision where the sales steps in helping the customer making the correct decision. But also professional service providers, where you can also use it within, you can create an assessment. I'm looking also as part of your lead generation, similar to maturity assessment, readiness assessment, which can help the customer understand what they will need, where they need to improve, and you can also provide valuable reports in helping them find the correct services. Of course, you can use guided selling tools in many more industries. So why guided selling? Why is it important? The benefits is, of course, to if you guide the customer with the correct match with the product, you increase sales conversion rates. But creating interactive questionnaires or quizzes will enhance the customer experience. and thus also leads to more sales, of course. And of course, at the later stage where the sales is using its expert advice in providing recommendations, in helping them making the correct decision, will build stronger relationship, will build trust, and at the end also less churn, of course. Let's look at some real life examples. I stumbled on the Vitamin Lab. I was looking myself at some vitamins that I want to take during the winter periods, where you feel a little bit less energized. You might have some stress with your work. But I didn't know what vitamins I needed to take. So I stumbled upon their landing page. It's a very nice landing page where you can immediately click on taking the quiz. While taking the quiz, they ask you questions about your health, about your allergies, about what you need in just the 5 steps. And eventually they will lead you to a custom formula, a combination of vitamins, with some extra advice and an immediate checkout, so you can purchase the products. For me as a buyer, it really helped me find the correct vitamins, the correct products. So it made me buy this product right away. From the seller's perspective, it is an easy tool to create, and you help the customer through their product discovery phase, which will indeed lead to, which will enhance their experience and also increase sales for you. Another example is a MailChimp. We all have heard from MailChimp probably. It's an email marketing and automation tool with a lot of functionalities. And for some customers, it can be a little bit overwhelming. They don't know which functionalities they will need. So they created a 5-step quiz helping you find the correct features for your needs. After those few steps, they will recommend the subscription that you will need, where you can sign up, pay for it. For more high-value enterprise sales, a sales again will step in providing recommendations and help the customer make the correct decision, buy the correct subscription, and etc. It is also a good tool to pre-qualify and if there is a bad fit, to understand that this won't be a customer for you. Then another example for consultants. This is the free financial plan by one of our customers, Thomas, who is a senior financial advisor, was advising customers with high value capital, I'm talking in the millions, but who saw a gap in the market where there are now more retail investors, but they don't know where to invest. So we created this free financial plan, an interactive questionnaire where you can, where you get questions about your financial status, about what you might want to invest in, and so on. And eventually you'll get the recommended 3 solutions, 3 investment opportunities where you can invest in. They also enhanced their guide selling tool by providing a personalized report with some more in-depth recommendations from Thomas himself. So now let's have a look how you can build a guided selling tool with building it with the Pointerpro tool, the reporter tool. The main functionalities we're going to look at is question logic, outcomes, and then eventually also the report builder where you want to create that dynamic reports. First of all, with question logic, this is where you set up conditions that will hide or show specific questions. Using this tool, you can strategically guide the respondent throughout the questionnaire. If they, for example, answer the question about a specific need, you can go more in depth, asking more questions about that need. This will enhance their experience, and lead them to the recommended product or solution. The next step is the outcomes. So with the outcomes feature, you can have multiple final screens, the last screen of the questionnaire. And with this, you can use it in the product discovery phase, where you can provide the recommended solution in one of the outcomes. You can even activate multiple outcomes. If you want to work with categories, you can provide some scores or some feedback per category. An alternative for outcomes, which I didn't include here in the webinar, are our email templates, where you can provide the same feedback through an email, an automatic email that you send to the buyer. This you can also incentivize for them to leave their correct email address for lead generation purposes, for example. Then you have the questionnaire editor, where you can already create a very interactive tool, but the feedback is basic. With the report builder, you can link a personalized report to that interactive tool. That report will add more value for your potential customer, for your buyer. This is now we're looking more also to the consultants who wants to create a nice tool with personalized reports. And here you can provide personalized recommendations based on their answers or based on the scores that you set up. You can also provide next steps or personalized tips and resources with call to actions to landing pages. And this brings me to the call to actions that you also can add to the reports. You can set up call to actions to book a call. Now we're looking at in the SaaS environment, where the sales executive can take it over and provide their advice. So they can book a call, a demo session, or you can lead them already to the checkout, where they can purchase the product or the subscription that they need to buy. Within the report, you can also, of course, have nice visualizations, such as charts, graphs, with some benchmarking, and you can also add your branding, of course. So let's look at some examples created by customers. First of all is Ascendia, which is a shipping company, packaging and shipping company, who have created the e-creator for their potential customers. These potential customers, they will get help in identifying their needs and their service requirements. They've created an interactive tool with image choices, sliders, and etc. to increase the engagement, where they will ask questions about what products do you need to send, where do you need to send them, how long does it need to take. At the end, they also ask for, they have a form question where they ask for some personal information, which is as part for the lead generation, in case they don't become a customer and the sales need to follow up. And once they have filled in that information, they will receive a personalized brochure based on their needs. So for example, in this case, they get some more information about sustainability, about custom clearance service, with some recommendations on next steps and so on. The next example I want to show you is by the University of Texas. They have some courses for executives within companies that want to improve their management skills. And for them, it's sometimes hard to find the right course to improve their management skills. So in that case, the university created the competency map, where they created an interactive questionnaire to lead the potential customer through a set of questions. They also use question logic. For example, if you want to improve your decision making, they will ask some more questions about that competency. And eventually, after finishing the questionnaire, the respondent or the potential customer will receive a personalized feedback report with the recommended classes they can follow with the University of Texas. All right. So it was a short session, but I hope it was insightful. Of course, this was a little bit of an introduction to guided selling. Of course, if you have any questions, please ask. You can also always book a call with me if you are looking to create a guided selling tool, and I'll be happy to help you with my advice and recommendations. All right, let's have a look here. Andy says here, let me see, how long does it take to set up a questionnaire and report? That depends a little bit on your time investment. We have customers who have created, if you want to create a shorter questionnaire, you can do it in a few days or in a few weeks. Same counts for the report. Of course, if you will build it with us, you'll go through an onboarding where you get help. Or if you don't have the time, you can always use our professional services team and we will build it for you. Rob also, I'm thinking of a personalized report. That's great. So good. Yeah, Rob, so you can indeed, we have some benchmark capabilities where you can benchmark the data compared to other groups or other organization. You can, I mean, based on the answer, based on the scores, you can provide some feedback, dynamic feedback that you can build on the report. You can also do some benchmarking. What I could recommend, Rob, we can always schedule in a call to discuss your case more in detail, if that's okay for you. Great, very good, super. So there you have my email, of course. I will definitely, if I don't hear, I will definitely reach out to you as well. Any other questions? I don't think so. Right, great. Of course, this is recorded. You can always have a look after it again. And if some questions come up later, please reach out to me or to our team. We will be happy to help you. All right, great. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening or day for some of you. And we see each other soon, bro. Bye-bye.